there is nothing that drives me more crazy than feeling the waste jam into me in my jeans or pants. That could just send me over the edge because I hate the way that feels. And that is the first thing I texted Megan. Oh my God, I'm comfortable in my clothes. And then that just goes to being comfortable in your skin.
Eating more food.
Like I said, I feel like my metabolism is finally working. I'm learning how to feed myself. My body is running better.
I don't think people, this is always the surprise, right? The body composition changes that happen even when you're not in a deficit, just by being mindful of what's coming in and in most cases, bringing calories in.
Because I'm eating more than I was before, but
Yeah.
I feel like I don't feel bad about eating anymore. Like, and I'm not eating junk. I'm eating good food. I had a protein shake, a banana, and some almonds, like a handful of almonds for breakfast, and went and did my workout. And I don't know, it's just like I said, I'm really happy I did this. I do finally feel like I'm understanding. I was saying to her from when I was little, I was always hungry. I think my calorie deficit started then at my aunt's house, and she would be like, "No, you're not getting any more to eat. That's it." And I'd be like, "My God, I'm starved. I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry." And I think it just goes back as far as then, to not eating enough for my body.
It's hard to undo those learned behaviors. It's like at such a young age, you're told to depress, to ignore your hunger cues. You don't know any better. I knew when coming in, work in progress on allowing yourself to have those foods, right? And not stress about it. Because I know exactly where you're coming from. When we were talking, you had an event, you were going to Boston, and you were like, you were already stressed about it. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to navigate this. And I know exactly, because it's like that control that you have when you can measure everything that's coming in and you know exactly. And then when you don't have that control, so like on vacation and stuff like that too. So I know like that prison that is of just being tied into. But the worst thing is nothing you're doing is working.
Right. I went out the other day. My mother-in-law took me out for lunch. I was already, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something I don't normally do. Because normally I would get a salad with a protein, and that would be it. In speaking with Megan, she's like, I don't know why the sandwich all of a sudden is the worst thing on the planet for you, for people. Like, she's like, I don't know how that happened. So I got a wrap with avocado and turkey and tomato, and I ate the whole thing. It's okay. I was satiated, not normally like I do. I mean, I've been eating salads now for years, and I was like, you know what? Obviously, that wasn't working. So this is exactly what I wanted, and just I'm really happy that I took a kind of a leap of faith with just finding you on the podcast and everything else. Even my husband's like, he's like, what? You didn't give up. I was with two different trainers, and they just kept saying, well, you just need to eat more protein. I was like, all right, what does that mean? Or they'd say, yeah, you don't eat enough food. Okay, well, what does that mean? So thank you. It's good. I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Awesome. It changes your life. Like, it's not to be dramatic, but it does. It changes your outlook on food. It changes your outlook on life. It gets you out of that scarcity. Like, what else are you doing that with? Money. We do that a lot of times with money as well. There's
Right.
usually enough money, but you're like always, it's like hoarding. We do this with expensive things like perfume that costs a lot of money. Only on special occasions. 5 years later, guess what? But it's not the same. And you still have this full bottle that you never use because we miser stuff.
So I did a podcast earlier this year with a Instagram like fashion influencer, and I had just made a comment on her page about how I save everything. I'm a saver. And then I don't know, it's out of style, it doesn't fit, the perfume smells putrid.
Yeah.
And this has been a wild year for me. My son's gone to college. I've pushed myself to talk to you, to talk to her, to wear outfits, to wear things. It's good, Kathy. It's good.
Yeah, to expand, right? Those those expensive boots that you only wear once in a while. Like, damn it, girl, throw
Guilty.
them on with some jeans and just rock it. And just like literally, like I've done that a couple times and people are like, nice shoes.
I,
It's funny.
you know where I live, so I'm always very conscious of people kind of look, it's kind of reserved up in Massachusetts. Who is she trying to impress? I'm like, I'm 53 years old. I'm going to wear the fucking boots and I'm going to put the good perfume on. It's too short. It's gone by so quick and I've saved and not ate and whatever else I did.
What would you tell somebody who is just thinking, like hesitating on whether they should do this or not? What would you tell them based on your experience?
I mean, I would definitely say it's worth the money. I myself, there were certain things that I put off doing to do this for myself. It's going to sound really corny, but I feel like it's what I've been searching for quite some time now, at least for the past 4 or 5 years. I think it's just finally teaching me how to eat. And even though I'm counting everything, I'm not as obsessed with food as I was before. And I know that's weird because I am counting and putting things in, but I just feel like my body's running better.
That's awesome. And how's working with Coach Megan?
Oh my God, I love her. She is so sweet. I love her to death. Yeah, no, I love her. I was kind of freaking out because of going away and then the surgery, and I feel like I'm on such a good roll right now. And she's like, this is life. This is how life's going to be. And what better time that you now have us to support you and to teach you how to go through this. And I was like, you're totally right. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, you guys are there for me, keep me in line, or just, work my calories differently and teach me how to do this for, in whatever, a year when I'm not with you or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, no, I know how to do this now.
Yeah. As much as we would love to have you as a lifelong client, that is not the goal. It's not. The goal is to have you be self-sufficient. Do you mind telling like what your experience was in the first month where we increased your calories? Like, what was that like?
Well, I was freaking out at first because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so full. I can't eat this much food. And
What did we bring your calories up to?
I want to say 1800. Does that sound right? Yeah. I want to say it was like 18 and I was barely getting to 14.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that I can eat all this food. It just felt like my metabolism was finally waking up. And it's like, thank you. Thank you for finally feeding me, Robin. And
Yeah.
um
I think most women think that like, oh my God, if I eat all this, I'm going to blow up. And so what was your experience?
I felt like, oh my God, if I eat all this, I'm going to blow up. And I talked to my husband. He's like, you found Kathy. You did your research. You're putting your faith in her. Just do it and put your faith in her and see how it goes. Because you've done your calorie deficit forever. You've done your intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting did work, yes, but did I not want to eat for the rest of my life? And I was getting headaches and I couldn't take the vitamins or the whatever. I couldn't take certain things because I wasn't eating until 5 o'clock at night. So he's like, no, just put your faith that this is going to work. But I was freaking out at first. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, that of course, like what, because it's so counterintuitive, like we were talking about earlier. Why would I eat more? This isn't working. So if I eat more, that's going to be the opposite of what I'm trying to do. So then what was the result after a month of increasing your calories? Like,
I have lost 4 inches on my waist.
amazing.
My clothes, still in the same size, but I'm comfortable in the same size, whereas I was kind of getting uncomfortable in my clothes. And there's nothing that drives me more crazy than feeling the waist jam into me in my jeans or pants. That could just send me over the edge because I hate the way that feels. And that is the first thing I texted Megan. Oh my God, I'm comfortable in my clothes. And then that just goes to being comfortable in your skin.
Eating more food.
Like I said, I feel like my metabolism is finally working. I'm learning how to feed myself, and my body is running better.
I'm just thankful that you decide to like go for it, you know. I think so many women hesitate on like, I think I can just do this on my own. And that's cool, right? Like try it, try to do it on your own. But as you're going through the change, the things that used to work just stop working. And then you don't think about what is the implication of always being on a diet, right? We don't think about that because it does have implications, but yeah, it's a different ball game, and just having somebody looking to guide you on what are those changes. Like you had mentioned earlier, where your trainer was just like, yeah, you're not eating enough calories, you're not eating enough protein. What does that look like? That process is going to look different for everybody, and a little bit of education, right? You're like, well, I eat plenty of peanut butter, it's like,
Right. That was a learning experience too. I don't feel bad when I have a sandwich. I'm eating plenty of vegetables and plenty of fruit. I have barely had a salad since I started with you, and things are shrinking.
yeah, I know, Miss Salad Queen.
I'm literally the salad queen. With every lunch was a salad. I can't even look at salad right now. I'm like, bleh. It's like I'm eating food and I don't have to just eat salad every day.
Yeah,
So that's, to me, is awesome.
awesome. Thank you so much. You're kicking ass, girl. I'm super, super proud of you.
Thank
So
you.
keep it up.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.